Hi and welcome to the Gear for Music Orchestral channel. We're here today with Nik Carter, a Yamaha artist. Thank you for coming in, Nik. And we're talking about the Yamaha Custom Saxophones. So in your hand right now, you've got the YAS-875EX model. So what do you really like about this saxophone?
Well, again, I have a bit of favoritism with this because I have one myself.
Perfect.
It's a bit older than this one, but yeah, it's a great horn, and there's been more improvements made since the one I had to the one that I have in my hands today.
I mean, that's one of the great things about Yamaha is they're always improving their models. They want to change little things at a time just to improve the sound, and it really has made a difference, hasn't it?
Structurally, I suppose we could say there's improvements, you know, to the keywork as well, with things like the posts and the kind of, it all feels so much more solid, you know.
Yeah.
And that's again something that's more you find in the custom models as opposed to the sort of student models. You know, they really sort of, I guess, tighten everything up like that, you know.
With all the custom models, you've got the improvement to the keywork that makes the bottom notes just that bit easier to play. Because the bottom range is notoriously difficult to be able to play clearly and concisely.
Yeah, it certainly can be, yeah. And they've made, specifically on this custom model, they've got an improvement to the low B and C sharp, so you can move between those easier. Again, because you're operating these sort of bigger keys down the bell keys, they're called, down the bottom here. So any kind of help with that, which they've really thought about. It feels easier under the fingers. Another improvement, sort of, again, in my left hand is the forked sort of front F key. Again, it's easier to hold the saxophone. The whole thing is under the fingers, thus
more ergonomic.
The economy of the finger work, being able to play fast passages and just, you know, in a sense, you know where everything is. You can feel that you're not sort of looking down. You've got it all.
Yeah, you can feel your way through it. And I mean, the mother of pearl keys also, like keycaps, also helps that because you can feel exactly where you need to put each of your fingers. And I mean, when you're playing these concerts, gigs, shows for 2 hours plus a night, you need to be able to know what you're doing in a dark pit without having to look at what you're doing.
Yeah, quite. Well, certainly, and then swapping instruments and things as well. I mean, that's another thing, the improvements they've made as well. So focusing a bit on intonation, the improvements on the necks. So again, the instrument that I had years ago had a model which was a G3 neck. Now they have a model called the V1, and that's a standard that comes with the Custom EX. Again, it's just, they project really well. They've got, you know, the vibration, the way the actual crook goes into the top of the body, they've actually improved the octave mechanism here as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, notoriously that's a weak point where you can really lose resonance. So the fact that there's extra like protection there to make it sort of carry the sound better. Yeah,
it's all thought about. It's not just, you know, it's not just thrown together. It's really professionally sort of thought about, and sort of all of that really helps with, again, like you say, creating the sound that you as an individual wants, you know, to make, you know, on whatever kind of genre you're playing, from classical music to popular music to jazz to anything musical theatre. You know, it's they cover all bases.
Instrument.
It certainly is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So with the 875, it's the top of the range Yamaha, and you've got the custom built body that is specific to Yamaha. So it's an improved body shape just for them.
Yeah, I mean, that all adds to kind of what I was just saying, like the tone production, essentially. I think that's what, the improvement for tone production, intonation, how focused the sound is, that's all to do with the body, really, and how it vibrates. And that's something that Yamaha really specialise in. And that's what they've done here with those improvements,
And then you've got that mixed with the one-piece bell, and you can just really pop with this. You can really shout about it. I mean, you do a lot of pop music.
Yes. I sort of work with horn sections, doing a variety of stuff. I work in musical theatre as well. So and obviously with various shows, the kind of different genres that you're covering. So, but I do think that this would suit. I know of different, players, different sort of colleagues who are classical saxophonists, people like myself, or jazz musicians. They're really, they're great. They're really versatile, and it allows the player to come through the instrument. It's that sort of extension of the
extension
player.
of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it does become a part of you, doesn't
exactly,
it? Very quickly.
They do. Yeah, we're very attached. So
you just want to hold it
exactly,
all the time.
Yeah.
So you've got the custom neck on these as well. So that's another extension of what makes the sound just so excellent. And you've also got the specialized octave mech. So that protects the octave mech joint, obviously, and improves how that works.
Yeah. And that's like a sort of an upgrade from some of the student models. Again, it's just safeguarding. It keeps everything. There's a lot of vibration things around here, around the top end of the
You can lose a lot
saxophone.
of sound up there, can't you?
Yeah.
If when the mechanism's sort of not as sophisticated, it's a weak point in the sound.
Yeah, and they've really focused on that. And certainly with the necks, the two go hand in hand. They've not just developed a neck and not thought about what's operating the neck, which is the octave mechanism.
Yeah, of course.
So, and again, personal preference for me, I love the V1s. I've got one in solid silver. They do different necks, as well. So, but yeah, this one here we've got is
it's a very
V1.
personal thing, isn't it? Your saxophone. Yeah. The whole setup is a whole very personal thing, and with the custom, you can make it sort of how you want it to be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and they've thought about that. It all works, from the one-piece body to the neck, how it's tested. This is a really free blowing neck, more so than different ones. Again, allowing you to really, a lot of projection, and that can be projecting as a classical saxophonist or as a pop saxophonist, depending on how you're playing.
Yeah, it's useful in all sort of situations, depending on what sort of music you're playing. It always helps. Yeah. And then you've got other nice features like the mother of pearl keys, just to help you when you're. I mean, it just feels nice under the fingers, doesn't it? It just gives you that little bit.
Aesthetically they look amazing as well.
Yes.
I mean, they've got like beautiful engraving.
All hand engraved as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
And slightly different between the custom models as well. That's something, again, the engraving is what you get with these as opposed to, it just looks, as you say, it looks nice. It looks sort of more professional.
You've got that unique feature, and you can spot it out of the crowd.
Exactly, yeah.
Or you can try to.
Definitely, yeah. I've always liked it. Like, as I say, my one is black, and the engraving comes through amazing. So they look. I always get complimented on how good the saxophone looks. At least.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, they do this one. So this is the gold lacquer we've got here today, and then you've got the black and gold, like you've got yourself. You've got the gold plated and the silver plated as well. So you've got a lot of finishes to choose from. Do you find that the different finishes have a different sound?
I think it's dependent on the player, I think, as well. I think because whenever Yamaha lacquer things, they even if it's black or if it's silver, there's a clear lacquer that's on there. So the finish, the end finish, is very different. I think with the gold plated, I've heard from different players, the Yamaha artist George Shelby, American chap, he plays, he had Custom EXs gold plated, and he always said that the tone difference was a lot warmer. I mean, you're paying a bit more for that, but there definitely is a sound difference there.
Yeah.
I'd say for mine, no, I think because again, you could be a classical musician and play a black saxophone, and you'll still make that sound. I think it's you've just got to try the ones and see what suits you. I think
Yeah.
So yeah, but they do they bring character, and I think that could be a thing that you might feel you play differently when you've got a different instrument.
Yeah. I mean, you might want different ones for different scenarios.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't get enough. Yeah.
Obviously, you've got the mother of pearl keys, which is a really nice feature, but you've also got other Keywork features that make this just easier and more ergonomic, really. So you've got the F key, which is like specially shaped to make it easier to play?
Slightly forked, yeah, so it just makes it easier, literally under the fingers. And also where that's positioned, then that helps with where your hand is positioned with the palm keys on the side, the D flat and F keys.
Which just makes everything easier to get to, quicker and smoother.
Sort of economy of fingerwork.
Yeah.
So again, it's under, and as I said, for, I guess, playing fast passages or whatever that would be, it's just, it's all designed to sort of, for you to move around easier. And again, these are improvements it's another thing that's, you know, it's different to the student and intermediate models. They don't have that same thing. So you're getting that kind of advancement in it, you know. They just feel really nice and under the hands. That's the thing, you get hold of it, and this is...
So with the 875, you've actually got the custom brass. So that changes the sound, and it's a composite that's unique to this custom series, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, they call it as Yamaha Japanese brass. So it's like their kind of I don't know, recipe of like making, you know, beautiful instruments. You know, the sound quality, it's the way the instrument vibrates, it's the, you know, all of that, and which adds, as we've talked about, like to tone and for intonation and things as well. So, you know, or adding up to a really well built instrument, you know.
So why is it that you personally like this EX over, say, the Z range or something like that?
Well, as we just talked about, the body, what's made up of the composite, the makeup of it all. In the EX models, I've personally found that they are brighter, the sounding. So, which for me, playing the horn section stuff, pop music, rock, any of that kind of stuff, it's cut through more.
Yes.
But again, that's not to say that. But that kind of quality could also be used if you were playing classical music, you know, because it's all expressive and expression. So therefore, with a different mouthpiece and things, people will make, you know, the instrument will allow you to sort of to have those qualities. So, you know, and I'm sure one might want a slightly brighter sound for certain classical things or even certain jazz things, you know, for playing, you know, and as for the Z models and stuff, again, you know, I say slightly darker and stuff, but in the custom brass, all of them have this rounded warmth within the sound, you know. And again, it's funny, someone once said to me, like, it's that expensive sound, you know, studio quality, you know, you know, that kind of,
you can hear the difference.
You can, you know, that's what's in there, you know. They've you know, and that's then for whatever your needs might be, you know, in terms of whatever music genre you're going to play, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I like about them.
And then you've got other nice features like the adjustable thumb rest. You've got the bracing around the bell to help protect the keys and improve the resonance. All those sort of things that have just been thought about so much by Yamaha. Yeah. They've obviously taken this saxophone and just looked at every individual piece just to make it as perfect as they can. And as you say, you've got one of the older models, and I imagine they've made improvements since. Yeah, compared to the one that you've got in your hands today.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's the thing. Certainly the neck, the one that I had was had a G3 neck on it, which was still great and of its time, as I say, 20 years ago. But now they've got the V1, which has just improved even more. And I now have a V1 that which is great. So I've been able to do that. And again, that emphasises the fact that you can change the necks, you know, should you need to.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, and again, slightly keywork wise as well, it's all they just make such subtle little changes, you know, and I think that's what's great with them, you know. But
when you're playing them every night for hours at an end at gigs and events and shows and all sorts, it's those little bits that actually make it so much easier to play in the long run, and allow you to get that professional sound as well.
Definitely. Well, I think what's mad is you can see it, you know, the different artists and the variety of different artists that are playing different styles of music for Yamaha that are playing these different instruments, you know, and they all sound, you know, have different sounds, different takes on things, and so that shows the versatility of the instruments. It's not just designed for one player. It's not just designed for a student or just for a professional, a classical professional, a session musician. It's all, you know, they've you know, kind of found something for everyone, I think.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
so,
definitely.
And again, by say working on all the what would be the small details, but the small details add up to.
They really do.
Yeah, to make a great instrument. So, you know.
Thank you for talking to us about this saxophone today, Nick. And if you would like to ask any questions about this saxophone or any of the Yamaha range, drop it in the comments below. Otherwise, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.